Mag again on with another disturbing breakdown. Now, this is a long video. I'm going to get into it and show you some things. As you can see, they're trying to tell you that basic sperm is dropping the so-called rate, of producing. Now, a lot of people look at this and they don't really, understand what they're really doing here. They're going to get rid of human beings and get to the so-called transhumanism. We go get to that and break it down. Start out with the so-called male sperm count, all by design. We go get into it and break it down. Long video. Make it run.
If you look at the sperm concentrations, when we last looked at them, which was samples collected in 2011, the sperm concentration in Western countries was 47 million per milliliter, down from 99 million per milliliter 39 years earlier.
So if you notice, this is just basically getting worse and worse and worse while we go along into the future. Why is they doing this right here? Because I tell you, everything happens to the human beings. No coincidence. All by design. Something that they got planned and scripted. So now when they do this right here, you're going to see the result. And we're going to get to it in a minute. Make it play.
That's a decline of more than 1% per year. And it would predict between 2011 and now, which is 10 years, that we would be now below 40 million per milliliter.
And that's not good.
And that's an important number because below 40, it becomes increasingly difficult for couples to become pregnant. And how low it's going to go before we wake up and say we have to stop this. I don't know how long that's going to take, but it's urgent.
They don't plan to stop it, people. They're just getting it worse and worse and worse as you're going close to the end of times, the end of the so-called human being era as you know it. This is how they do it, people, and you're here right now to see them move to the next level in plain sight. See that, people? Pay attention. See what they're telling you? And this is just life. Right here that you see them doing is so-called normal life. That's what they give you as normal life. Smoking cigarettes every day, drinking alcohol. That's your life right there. You know this? Pay attention. Poor diet.
However, then there's a whole other class of things which are not so easy to control. And those are the chemicals in our environment.
See that, people? When I tell you about this, you don't want to listen. You claim that I'm just rambling and just talking, but you don't get it. Every one of these things that you eat, vegetable, fruits and everything, it got poison on it. Do you understand? They take poison to chase away the pests. They use poison to fertilize it so it grows faster. What is that they're putting on there? It's 100% chemical poison that gonna get to you through those fruits and vegetables. Pay attention. They're telling you it's a part of why man got low sperm count continually. Pay attention.
In the products that we bring into our home.
There you go. You thought I was lying? Take a look at that right there, people. And I told you. Bam. That's deodorant right there, people. What do you think, people? It's all chemical. The deodorant, the whatever you spray on your body for sweet scent or whatever to make you smell better, to make you smell like a fake fucking fragrance, is actually chemical that gonna affect your body in a lot of ways. Not just kill your sperm count, but actually kill your body, period. There you go, people. There you go. Pool. Look at the pool. You take a simple thing as the pool right there. How much different chemical you think they put in this water so it look nice and clear for you and so-called safer for you to swim in? Huh? Do you ever check those chemicals that they put in? It's not good for the human body. That's why you see this shit right here. If you keep going in there, you notice that your skin color and everything change because of those chemicals. What is it really doing to your inside? Never ask.
Coatings is a big category.
And there you go, another thing again. They're talking about coding. Remember, they got 1 million different pots for you to use. Teflons and everything. Non-stick, they even give you copper to cook in. The same poison copper they making frying pans out of. Pots and everything is gonna kill you also. Kill your body. Break you down. That's what they plan.
Pan with Teflon or nonstick. You can
Even
coat
the egg
a
that's in
jacket
there
with
poison
water
you.
repellent.
There you
can
go.
coat a paper to keep oil
There you
from
go.
passing through it, say
There you
in a
go.
pizza box. So coatings are a real concern
There you go,
because they
people.
contain one class of chemicals, the PFOAs.
You hear that?
Then another big class, and the one that I've studied a lot, is the chemicals that make plastic soft.
There you
and
go.
those are the phthalates.
Everything that they give you for good is actually going to break you down. It's bad for you. You understand? Just like they give you the baby powder back in the day, Johnson & Johnson, talcum powder. They're just giving you because they say, yeah, you go like it because it's soft. But they never tell you what the result gonna be with that poison substance they give you because it's soft. You're looking for softness. That's all. You're looking for something to be soft and nice on the baby. You don't care if it kill him. You don't care if it's got a side effect that gonna hurt him later on. Everybody just dumb in this world. The world built up of nothing but chemical to poison the masses. There you go. There you go, people. What else you want? Everything that they give you to use in life, it's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect your health. It's gonna break your body down. There you
Phthalates
go,
as a
people. What is this? What is this that you spray on your body to make you smell like some fucking fragrance that don't exist? Do you understand that? You want to smell like a strange flowers? When you spray this on, what you smell like? It's something that they made up, people. Something that is artificial. It's nothing natural about it. Meaning that you will never find flowers put together or anything natural to smell like this shit right here. And what is it doing to your skin? What kind of reaction it gonna have on your body? You don't know. It just smells sweet.
Are called anti-androgens. Wherever they meet testosterone, they tend to decrease it,
There you
and
go.
most dramatically in the womb.
All
in
by
early
design,
pregnancy.
people. All by design. And a lot of these chemicals also kill the females. So they can't produce no more, people. That's what the birth control do to you even when you stop taking it. 100%. All of them designed for depopulation. Pay attention. There you go.
One particular way that we see that is the size of the genital area, which is called the anogenital distance. Then, when the boy grows up, he will have, we've shown, a lower sperm count. Besides having an impact on sperm count, it can increase the risk of genital defects, undescended testicles, for example, and later it actually can increase the risk of testicular cancer.
You hear that, people? All chemicals do that. And we always tell you that you have to look what causes cancer. And when you find out what causes cancer, which is all the chemicals that surround you, all the things that surround you got chemical in it that gonna lead to cancer. And they will never ever stop doing it. Why? It's a worldwide plan. Depopulation to get rid of humans. Then they're gonna give you the next set of people or whatever they're gonna call them later on. It's not gonna be like me and you. And I'm gonna show you in this video. There you go. All by design, the whole thing. There you go. All of these chemical plants that they got and all of these shits.
We looked at pesticides, metabolites in their urine, and how they related to the sperm count, concentration, and shape of those sperm. We found that there was a big difference in sperm count and quality. The most dramatic was that men who were living in central Missouri, which is an agricultural area, where there's
agriculture, people, that you're gonna eat. At the end of the day, that's what you're gonna eat. And what they're doing right there is poisoning the food that you're about to eat. I don't care what the reason they tell you they put the poison on it. The fact still remain that they're sitting there poisoning it, and you know, and you're still eating it. And they always tell you that the vitamins of the fruits is actually in the skin. What they call vitamin, that shit that they spray on it, they call poison. 100% in. What you think? You believe they spray this shit right here on a fruit? Where it gonna go? You're gonna seek to the skin of the fruit. Okay, so they're telling you to eat the skin because they want you to get the poisonous substance
Corn
in
and
your
soy
damn
grown,
body.
a lot of pesticides used. They had only half as many moving sperm as men in Minneapolis.
You hear that, people?
This is huge. Half as many. And they were not workers, and they were just residents of the area.
But it don't make no difference if you're a worker in those so-called fields or not, or you just consuming the food from it. It's the same damage it's gonna do to your body. It's gonna affect the human being race. Stop population in its track.
Low sperm count is related to all kinds of morbidities, including heart disease,
You hear that?
diabetes, reproductive cancers, and ultimately length of life.
Alright, so where did you think all of that come from? The same chemical that surround you. The same things that you use in your daily life. Move.
Fertility has dropped worldwide at the same rate as sperm count has declined.
How panicked should I be about this? Are your erections rigid enough for intercourse?
Certainly sperm counts are falling. So there is a reason to be concerned.
There'd be a lot to produce in here.
The most important cause is the chemicals in
hear
our
that?
environment that
Why they quick to tell you now, people? Like I say, man, they got timing for everything. And like I say, it's time to give you everything right now. Let you kind of understand what they was doing. They're basically showing their hands now because it's too late. There is nothing you can do about it now when you're already hooked to those products. It's a part of your daily life. You think people are going to stop so-called eat fruits and vegetables? The answer is no. They know what's on it now, but they can't stop. They're already addicted to it. And that's one of the thing that chemical really do to your body. Get you wanting and needing that substance that they sell you. You don't understand. They're not going to stop because it's made to destroy the human being. And then they're going to give you the next set of people that supposedly be occupying the earth. That's what it is. When they reset, you ain't going to be here. You're going to be some other so-called people different from you, part cyborg, part human.
can affect our body's natural hormones.
Yeah, just keep on rolling until we get kicked out. If they're like everywhere, you're exposed to it again and again and again.
Hydroxypropyl. It's like, what is in all this stuff? Why do you need all this stuff?
You see that, people? Go back. Go back,
Like,
people.
what is in all this stuff?
Don't fucking sleep on these things that they give you in the pandemic. They give you this shit in the pandemic to clean you up and kill germs. The Clorox and all those disinfectant, everything is gonna kill the masses. And I already told you that from day one. You're there spraying that disinfectant, using that bleach and inhaling it, it getting into your bloodstream. What is it doing to you? That gonna sick you more than any fucking fake virus
Why do you need all
they
this
sell you.
stuff?
I think what we need now is outrage. Because the things that we're exposed to, we didn't ask for.
Are doomsday preppers right? Brink of a worldwide mysterious monoliths have been appearing. Gun taxes, sinister California.
Everything.
As clickbait headlines warp our view of the world, we're going down the rabbit hole to ask, how afraid should we really be? On this episode, a looming spermageddon.
Yeah, that people spermageddon.
Epidemiologists have found humans across the globe are becoming increasingly less fertile after finding Western men are only half as fertile as they were just 40 years ago.
You're certainly going to have more and more men having trouble having children.
There's been a lot of buzz over
But guess what, people? You're not gonna know if it's the man or the woman have the problem. They both have the problem. You got it? They're both steroids. That's what you have to understand. They steroid both man and woman, male and female. There is no escape it. You're gonna sit there and blame it on one so-called gender? You better wake up. All of them taking the same chemical.
years about a supposed supposed Spermageddon, but I hadn't really paid much attention to it until recently.
Give me that back. Hey, stop that.
My significant other and I recently became puppy parents, which sometimes feels like a test run to fatherhood.
Millhouse.
But for a generation who put off raising kids to nurture careers, a Spermageddon scenario seems apocalyptic.
For like a long time, we were taught, don't have a baby, then you'll ruin your life. And then now that
You see? Take a look what it got in the hand. An animal. That's what they do, people. First of all, you don't understand. And a lot of people find this offensive when I say these things, but truth is the truth, and the truth has set you free. Is a part of the depopulation when they give you these animals. You got to understand. You kind of love them more than people, but you don't even know yet. You don't even understand that yet. You'd rather to have one of these than to have a kid. So it work. That's a divine plan for the masses. Give you cats and dogs for you to exchange it for human beings. That's what it is. And now you're trying to have a baby? No. They already fuck you up also. You understand? That's what it is. Break your body down, give your brainwash and everything put together to stop fertilization in its track.
we're in our 30s and we're thinking about having a baby, it's scary to think, like, what if we can?
I arranged to sit down with Dr. Swan, who recently published a book encapsulating her many decades of research on
They're
falling sperm
laughing at
counts
you.
and declining reproductive health.
What has been the trend of sperm count in the last couple decades?
Over the last basically 40 years, sperm count has dropped at a little bit faster than 1% per year. It went from 99 million sperm in a milliliter to 47. So that's half. It's still a lot of sperm, people will say, 47 million, but
And this is another thing that you gotta even look into, because you just don't take everything that they give you with these pound count shit and showing you all of these, talking about millions of sperm running around and trying to chase after the egg. I believe that's bullshit right there, 100% in. They just tell you that to kind of put something in your head and show your sperm move and how it goes so they can deceive your ass. This is not real right here. You understand me? About sperm count. Move.
when you get below 40 million per milliliter, then you start having trouble conceiving.
With such terrifying reports, I scheduled a urology appointment to definitively check my sperm count from a sample I would provide.
You
As
can
part of the
go on
process,
ahead and do all that dumb shit, as you could see the coding in the background. You can go on ahead and do all of that shit checking your sperm count, because I already tell you it affecting males and females. They did that by design. Move.
Let's now shift our attention over to South Korea. The country's fertility rate has slid 4 times compared to the 1970s.
You hear that?
The country's
As you could see, people, it affecting every country in the world. Some don't report it, but it affecting every country. It gonna show in the population. No doubt in the population growth, you go see it and notice it. And if you notice nowadays, people just dying. They never even tell you what they died from. I just seen a news clip the other day, and it was like somebody died 70 years old or 71 years old, and they say it's natural causes. So now people can die right there 70 years old from natural causes. What is that? It's the new world. 100% in.
population has now led to a demographic crisis. Let's also take you to a South Korean village that is full of aging population, but children are scarce.
Yeah, that children are scarce. Take a look. Call by design.
Liu Chan-hee. He is one of the last children on a remote island of South Korea.
You hear that?
Chan-hee has a wish. He wants more friends to play with.
Wow.
The 10-year-old has 2 sisters and a friend, all 3 younger.
Seoul is so crowded, noisy.
You are. And you see what he got on the shirt? The rainbow right there in the U. The U is a number 3, but take a look at that right there. That's what they're pushing on your kids. And you're sleeping. LGBTQ bullshit.
And the air is not good. However, Nogdo has no traffic. It isn't noisy and the air is clean.
Wow.
I can play outside more actively,
Yeah.
so I like it here. It would be great if I have more friends here because I can have more options to play.
You might
Here's the
look at this and take it simple, but this is what the world gonna be. You don't understand. Few kids around don't even have other kids to play with. You think it's a joke? Just look around. Notice it yourself. Move.
Why not talk about them? This is the first one. China's birth rate plunges to its lowest in 4 decades.
Even China, people that was overpopulated, got one girl to one family. They're also seeing the same shit right there. Remember, they was overpopulated. They was doing things to go, balance out the population and all of that. And now the population is dropping. Pay attention here.
Second one reads, more Americans say they're not planning to have a child. The third and the last headline is from India.
DNA.
For the first time ever, India's fertility rate is below replacement level.
Even India.
What's replacement
One of them
level?
again, that's
2.1.
overpopulated.
It basically means every woman should have 2.1 children if a country is to replace its dying population. But for the first time ever, an average Indian woman is not having more than 2 children. And neither are women in most of the world's leading countries. South Korea is one of the world's most advanced economies. The country's fertility rate is 1. 1. Meaning an average South Korean woman has 1 child. Many don't have children at all. In Singapore, the fertility rate is 1.1. In Hong Kong, too, it is 1.1. 1.3 in Spain. 1.3 in Italy, 1.5 in Canada. In America, there are just 1.7 births per woman. And so is the case in China. So here's a question. Why aren't women having more babies?
Here we go.
Isn't that what women did for the longest time? Marry, have babies, continue the bloodline. A childless woman was...
And another thing that you need to get again, because I mentioned the brainwash. You got to understand, people. Now, we got man and woman on the earth. Both was here to play a role. Now, if you look at it, the man is half, the woman is the other half. Do you understand that both of y'all together come to be a complete, you know what I mean? So why would you use woman to fight against man, woman powering up against man, rights for women and all of these things, Me Too and everything you pull off? And then you cry about fertilization. If you stop man and woman from being together, from being one, break them off and go man and man, woman and woman, how you gonna have the population growth? I told you, it's all by design, people. There's no coincidence here.
A childless woman was branded as barren. She was frowned upon. In ancient Rome, a woman could be divorced for not giving birth to a child. Infertile women were flogged with goat skin. In Tang Dynasty in China too, not having a child was ground for divorce.
You hear
In
that?
the Middle Ages, infertile women were called witches compared to Satan. The only time
But
history
they have to change all of that over. That's how they do it. New world,
spared
new
a woman
style.
without a child was when she had taken the vow of celibacy, when she was a nun. Motherhood was a moral obligation for all the other women. It's not anymore.
Yeah, you tell them they don't need to do all that. You tell them they need to stand up, they need to do what man do. Anything that man do and woman don't do it is a problem. You got to find a way to say, oh, that's segregation, oh, this, that. Women need to be involved in everything that man do. And then you expect the same result. You want them to play the man role. And then you take the man and turn him into a woman. You understand? You let them change in role here. Why did you do that? Wow.
This is the era of opting out. Welcome to 2021. Women today are choosing to be child-free. They're chalking out a different path for themselves, becoming more than just a reproductive machine.
You hear what they call them? Reproductive machine. You see that right there? They make you frown upon what you really is. That's all it is. Who created a woman to have babies? It's not us do it. We didn't decide that. The Creator decided that. So why should we frown upon those things? Why? Now you want man to have the baby and carry it around? I tell you, man, the world is upside down. Wow.
Let's come back to the example of South Korea, something very unique. It's happening in that country. There is a no marriage movement.
No marriage
You see,
movement.
South Korea has always been a very conservative society. Women have been the primary housekeepers, caregivers, and nurturers.
You hear that? And they don't
when
like
women
that.
entered the workforce, the gender revolution was
hear
left
that?
incomplete.
You hear that,
And by
people?
that I mean that while women entered offices, South Korea did little or nothing to reduce their responsibilities at home.
You see that?
So women were expected to do
That's not only South Korea, people. It's the whole wide world. The brainwash is sinking in to the whole wide world. They use these mass media to push it. That's why all women is the same now. They want to get in and do what man was doing. They don't want to play their role no more. They'll frown upon it. They look at it like they downgrade it. They look at it like it's something bad. Why they do that? To do all of this shit right here, to end the world as you know it, to end human beings as you know it. Let's get in it. Let's take a look at this clip right here. Let me show you something where the new world going. Pay attention here.
I know you do, sweetheart. And I'm going to ask you to take the filter off. Will you do that for me?
Wow, you can literally wear a filter? This is where they're going, people. Look at this shit. New world. A boarded man. And look at this.
I think I've been uncomfortable.
Everybody
Very long
is.
time. We know. I've been thinking ever since I was born that I don't belong in this body.
Don't belong in this body.
It's all right. It's really okay, darling.
It's okay, and you don't even understand what the person's saying.
I've been reading
yet?
up on it.
You're reading up on it?
And I think I'm trans. Sweetheart.
Watch it.
Oh,
right
it's
here,
all right.
people. Look at this shit.
I swear.
It
really
These
is.
are damn trans as well.
Look
But
at
pay
us, we're
attention
fine.
here.
We're completely fine, aren't we? I know we might be a
What
bit
is a trend?
slow and a bit old, and this is going to be confusing for us, and we'll make a mess of it sometimes, but we love you. We love you. We absolutely love you. We always will. I mean, we don't need to rush. We've got lots of time to talk about this. And if it turns out that we've got a lovely son instead of a lovely daughter, then
Of course it's a damn
we'll be happy. No, I'm not transsexual.
Watch this, people.
Oh, is that not the word now? But you said trans. What did we call you then? I'm not transsexual. I'm transhuman.
Wow, transhuman.
I'm sorry, they keep changing the words. I don't know the difference. I don't want to change sex. No, sure. We say gender now, don't we? Sorry. I said I'm not comfortable with my body, so I want to get rid of it.
You're gonna get
This
rid of
thing.
the body.
All the arms and legs and every single bit of it. I don't want to be flesh.
Wow.
I'm really sorry, but I'm going to escape this thing and become digital.
You hear that, people? You're gonna become digital. And remember, this is so-called a transhuman. This is what they're pushing. That's why you have low so-called sperm count, and also women can't fertilize no more. Why? They bringing you closer to the new world with transhumanism. Right here.
What do you mean? They say one day soon they'll have clinics in Switzerland where you can go and you'll sign a form and they'll take your brain and download it into the cloud. And your body? Recycled.
Recycle, yeah.
Into the earth.
Recycle
So
into the
you
earth.
want to kill yourself?
Look, listen.
I want to live forever. As information, because that's what transhumans are, Mom.
Wow, live forever as information. Wow, move.
One of the great things about transhumanism is it's kind of what we call transhumanitarianism. There's this idea that we're really trying to help people. You know, we're really trying to solve suffering, solve medical issues. And exoskeleton technology.
And that's what they use to draw you in. You're dumb as a rock. They give you these fake virus, fake sickness, and now they're coming to your rescue in the name of health. Watch this.
Technology is one of the most important. About a third of everybody on planet Earth has some type of mobility issue. So exoskeleton technology is really leading the way in terms of getting people to be able to be mobile again and do things like that. And what's really interesting is also that you think you can't climb Mount Everest, but there's a chance sometime in the future you may be able to climb Mount Everest just because you have exoskeleton technology. There's also
everybody in the world dumb. That's why you want to climb Mount Everest. Dumb the fuck
the
off.
idea that you might be able to run a marathon. As I wrote recently for the New York Times, you get the exoskeleton technology working well enough, you'll be able to run on water. I mean, this stuff is really incredible. So can you imagine running a marathon on water? Well, this is what people want to do with exoskeleton technology.
Virtual reality again. That's what it's about. The whole transhumanism is about virtual reality. To upload the human being brain to a computer so they can live forever. What a dumb shit for the masses. They're trying to get rid of human beings as you know it.
Now, I would say the biggest thing about transhumanism, where a lot of people go for getting into pocketbooks of investors, is really when you start talking about disabilities. A huge amount of people around the world have disabilities. So
you can
we already
use that
have
to
things
treat them.
like this, the Argus 2, which allows a blind person to basically see, navigate streets, go into rooms and things like
You hear
that.
that?
So I think, overcoming disability is really a huge part of also what we're doing. And that goes as far as cochlear implants with deafness. We don't really have deafness anymore on planet Earth. People that are born that can't hear end up having a cochlear implant put in, if they're allowed. There are some cultural differences too. But deafness as a disability has been mostly wiped out due to radical technologies.
You hear
Again,
that?
transhumanist technologies. And of course,
And they say it's transhumanist technology that make you hearing aids. Pay attention.
one of these things is putting implants in your body, implants in your brain,
There you
implants
go.
in your arms, as
For
I
the
have in
new
my
human.
hand, and doing all sorts of things. We call this
Also,
biohacking.
he telling you that he also got it in his hand. Like I tell you, they're making you get used to the human being chipped. Because the next set of peoples that gonna occupy this earth gonna be half machine, half human. You better understand that and control by the damn elites.
Where you actually put all sorts of stuff in yourself
Yeah.
to monitor what's going on and also to help you do things that you wouldn't be able to do, like hear or see. So the idea of brain plants is really complex. I was doing an interview earlier, and they were asking about the future of work. And where I'm from, Silicon Valley in Los Angeles, California area, there's a couple different companies now, like Neuralink with Elon
You hear
Musk, that
that?
are
You
working
always have to
on
mention that.
basically brain implants in order to allow your brain to interface directly with machine intelligence. Now, why is this important? Well, machine intelligence is important because
That's what human beings
already
gonna
like
be.
in Wall Street, for example, there's a bunch of mid-level traders that are being wiped off the floors. And the reason is because they can't compete with algorithms. So what a lot of kind of entrepreneurs want to do is, in order to have humans keep up with machines, they want to merge our brains with machines so that we
Wow.
can
To
start.
keep up with machine, you gotta merge your brain with machine. Do you see that, people? Wow. They never a lane without a tunnel. What did I tell you? They're getting rid of human beings to bring in machines.
Thinking in real time in the internet. So the thing you have in your pocket, cell phone, smartphone, basically can be put in through your head through an implant
You
or
hear
a
that?
headset. Already in Florida, they're doing things like racing drones around a track and stuff like that, just using brainwave technology. And already you can have conversations in your mind with people
You
through
hear that?
brainwave.
You hear that, people? You can have conversation with people. We don't even talk to them. With just the brain and the mind.
Headsets and brainwave
Brainwave,
implants and things like that.
Wow.
And we're going to get to a point, Elon Musk says there'll be a commercial device in 5 years. I don't know if that's the case, but definitely within 10 years, there's a good chance that there will be a commercial device on the market that will allow you to talk to your friend or give a speech in real time like I'm doing now, where people would actually hear it and listen and maybe answer back, and you would hear it in your head.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the question, are we going to get brain?
You see where they're going with it, people? How that can happen? You tell me. How would that happen? If you was part computer. If you made up half machine. That's the only way you can act like that. Somebody can send a message to your brain. In your brain, and you hear it. In your brain. With nobody else can hear it but you in your brain. Come on, people. That's machine.
It's almost 100% yes.
Wow, people. 100% yes. Do you understand what they're doing here? Wow. Watch this right here. Pay attention.
Every aspect of our lives has been reshaped by technology. From the way we get around, the way we seek information, and the way we communicate. It's easy to think that if only our technology advances enough, we'll finally be satisfied. The fact is, we remain shackled by our primitive Darwinian brains.
You hear that, people? We've been shackled by our brain. The same thing that's supposed to elevate you, they lied to you and tell you it's actually holding you back because you're not increasing this brain right here. It's still the same small thing in your head. Pay attention here. There you go. Introducing. There you go.
Humanity, for whatever progress we have made, is the result of an unguided, natural, 3.8 billion year long experiment of chemistry. Evolution is the process that has made you what you are.
They have to sell you evolution so you believe in what they're bringing is gonna be better. That's why they sell you that fake shit. Pay attention.
It is not far-seeing. It does not and cannot consider the future, make decisions about where we ought to go, how we ought to be. Passing on genes is the only objective.
DNA.
But as thinking human beings, we care about far more than that. Consciousness means that we have the capacity to experience the world, to reflect
See
upon
what they give you? You see that right there? Wow. So they're showing you that right there, and then they tell you, basically, that's your brain right there. And you see the earth, and then the earth show up in your brain. Do you believe that, people? They're the one who tell you about this ball right there. You didn't see it. Wake up.
to reflect upon, and, most importantly, to shape it.
You shaping it yourself.
And so, what begins as humanism, our most sympathetic understanding and treatment of human nature, becomes transhumanism,
Hear this.
the drive to fundamentally revolutionize what it means to be human by way of technological advancements.
You hear that? Technically, they have to use technology to advance human being. Do you believe that, people? Not better teaching, not take away the brainwash and trying to teach us something to survive in this real earth and not the one you create. You're talking about technology? Wow.
Changing human nature might be the most dangerous idea in all of human history, or perhaps the most liberating.
You hear that? That's what they do.
Generally speaking, transhumanist thought does two things. First, it considers current trends to see how future technologies will develop and how they might affect us. Second, it calls for the use of current and upcoming technology to bring about beneficial societal change.
Selling a good game.
We'll examine three central areas of transhumanist thought: super longevity, super intelligence, and super well-being.
But take a look at this right here. They give you the virtual reality glass. That's what that loop is for. They give you the cross right there for your religion. Fool everybody. You never understand it's a devil work. And there go the pyramid right there in plain sight.
Dubbed the three supers because of their extraordinary transformative potential. So let's begin with a thought experiment to get your intuitions flowing. Consider this. An evil organization creates an airborne virus. It infects you and the entire human race supers because of their extraordinary transformative
Listen what they
potential.
said right here.
So let's begin with a thought experiment to get your intuitions flowing.
It's just a thought. Okay, all right.
Consider this. An evil organization creates an airborne virus. It infects you and the entire human race. As a result, 100,000 people are dying every day. Within 30 years, 1 in 7, a billion people, will have died because of the virus. Now, how much money should world leaders put into research to develop an antidote? How high on a list of global priorities would you rate this? There is no denying the situation would be dire. Most people would demand immediate action. But hey, this is just a thought experiment, right? Not quite. 100,000 people really do die every day from diseases caused by aging.
Caused by man. Like I show you with the chemicals and everything they feed you with, build your life around you with. that's what actually killing you and
But
giving
no one
you
treats
cancer.
aging as a global priority. So what explains this double standard? Are we simply resigned to death by aging? Aubrey de Grey, an expert in research on aging, argues that our priorities are fundamentally skewed and that we must start thinking seriously about preventing the huge number of deaths due to aging, the greatest cause of fatal diseases in the Western world.
They're the one who break your body down and let you get old and die. That's what I talk about in my podcast. They're the one who control you from the day you was born to lead you back right to that place. Yes, like a baby, 100%
The
in.
goal of this strand of transhumanism is super longevity. Today, we have the minds and the equipment to begin developing technologies to combat aging. Unfortunately, we lack the will and the financial support to do so. Most of us are so accustomed to the idea of growing old that aging seems like just a fact of life.
But it's not.
If modern medicine is
Red
supposed to
Cross
keep us alive and
Hospital.
healthy for as long as possible,
Believe
then the
that? Bam! Don't let them fool you like I say you're living in an upside down world. Those medication also is dangerous chemical that gonna break your body down. And I always tell you, you don't have to be sick. You just go to the doctor for a checkup and they tell you, yes, you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, you have all of these shits. And what start hook you on these medication. And what happen when you get on the medication? You now hook and you now sick. For real. No, you can't come off those medication that they just put you on. Why? It's fake shit to break your body down. The virus, the disease, and everything they tell you about is to scare you enough to go get that poison they call medication.
aging
Bam!
movement takes medicine to its logical conclusion. It's what happens when, as long as possible, means as long as we want. But what would a world without aging look like? How would we manage the huge population growth?
Yeah, that's what you see that? That's what they worry about, huge population rate. They have to break it down till they can get to destroy everybody that's in here. That's why they come with the fake pandemic and start joking you with that fake vaccine to alter your body.
Who would own the technologies that make it possible? These are huge questions, but we only have time to raise them. We'll investigate them in depth in future videos.
You know you're full
Let's
of
move
shit.
on to the next area of transhumanist thinking. Every year, computers are getting more powerful.
You hear that?
What used to fill up a room now fits in our pockets.
All
More
by
crucially,
design.
the time it takes for computer power to double is also getting shorter. At the outset of computing, the doubling process took 18 months, and this interval appears to be getting smaller.
Small enough to give you an injection they call vaccine. You got it or not? That's where they at right now. That's why they're serving up everybody.
Plot this on a graph, and it's not a straight line, but an exponential upward curve. We need only project into the future to see that there is a point at which this line is practically vertical. A moment in human history referred to
right
as
away.
the technological
You
singularity.
hear that, people?
The futurist thinker Ray Kurzweil postulates that as these technologies develop, we will likely edit our bodies in order to integrate with computers more and more. This concept should be familiar. We're already in a symbiotic relationship with technology. You can send your thoughts at incredible speeds to recipients on the other side of the planet.
You hear that, people? No. They're trying to tell you that you're not even gonna need a phone to contact somebody else across the world. You see that right there, people? And you tell me they're not gonna control your thoughts. You see, just like they hijack your fucking phone call, they can listen to any phone call that you make. So this is why your thoughts traveling around. Just like they tell you the nanobots gonna take your thoughts and transmit it to clouds. That means they control your mind, they control your thoughts. They're actually seeing what you fucking thinking. They know what you're thinking now, people. They can tell what you think in your brain. Wow.
Find your precise
Wow.
location using satellites.
Satellites.
And access the world's repository of recorded human knowledge with the device you carry with you
There
at
you go.
all times.
Uh-huh.
And all of this was unthinkable 20 years ago.
It's unthinkable to the regular people, but it's all by design. The whole technology game that they're putting on you is scripted. They work by timing. They have all that shit waiting for you. Nothing is fucking new under the dome. They've been having them and spoon feeding you the damn technology while you go along, so they can take their time to switch you over into a cyborg.
This predicted computer capability explosion may eventually come artificial
One-eye
intelligence,
symbol.
a simulated consciousness in silicon.
You hear that?
Given the rate at which an AI will be able
That's
to
your soul.
improve itself, it will quickly become capable of thought with precision, speed, and intelligence presently inconceivable to the human mind.
You hear that?
If Kurzweil is right, and we end up integrating ourselves with technology,
Chip, there you go. Bam. You see what's on the brain? There you go right there. You don't need nothing else. They're going to chip the masses' brain, whether by vaccine or anything else. You don't understand. Nobody going to escape this right here. They have to chip you 100%.
we could be in private contact with this AI whenever we choose.
Wow. You see that? Whenever they
The
choose.
result of this is that we effectively merge with this AI, and its abilities become our own.
You see that?
This
So
would
that means they can control you from anywhere because you're now a fucking robot moving
propel the
around
human
like a
race
human.
into a period of super intelligence.
There you go. That's what they call
But
intelligence when they
perhaps,
control
as
you.
some argue, no non-biological computer could ever become conscious. Or what if, as every other dystopian science fiction plot goes, this AI's goals differ from our own? And what does our increasing reliance on computers mean for our future?
You see that? But they're the one who let you depend on those shit that they bring you. You never understand. The peoples before you never fucking depend on it. They never know it. And they still live. They never die because they didn't have a computer. Now you have it and you act like you can't live without it. How stupid can the people get, man? Wow. You can't live without a computer. Now they can manipulate you by doing this shit right here? Come on.
Super longevity and super intelligence are all well and good, but only insofar as they make us
Let's
happier,
see. What's up
more
with the
fulfilled,
well-being?
more
Let's
content.
go.
Let's look at the last section, which deals with the issue of well-being.
Look at this right here.
Imagine you're soon to be a parent. Your doctor informs you that, if you wanted, you could choose certain features of your child's biology.
You see what I tell you, people? This is what they call the CRISPR right there. Genes editing. That's the new world. You never understand. You blame me for spitting this shit? You don't get it yet. This is what the new world gonna be. Like I tell you yesterday in the podcast, later on, 10, 15 years from now, you have to have one of these babies that them tamper with. Else it's not gonna be real. It's not gonna be right. It's gonna seem like somebody's off for having a baby the right way. Do you understand? You have to do the new fucking technology way right here. Change your baby before it born.
You could choose how genetically prone to depression they will be,
There you go.
their levels of anxiety,
There you go.
jealousy,
There you go.
anger,
Wow.
and even their pain threshold.
Wow.
Would you choose a
Can
high
you believe that, people? Okay, sound like some science fiction to you? That's what the world gonna be, no doubt about it. That's what they call technology. That's the real technology for your ass, because the technology that they have is to change over the world and the people in it.
likelihood of chronic depression, an intolerably low pain threshold?
Wow.
How about panic attacks and anxiety?
There you
Probably
go.
not.
No sickness.
The last major branch of transhumanism, spearheaded by philosopher David Pearce,
All fucking
aims to invest
satanic puppets. That's what you need to know. The peoples that basically implementing the new world order from the map to the masses. Yes, smooth transition. Bam.
and phase out suffering.
Suffering.
He argues that, ultimately, all our conscious states, our feelings, moods, and emotions are all an expression of our brain chemistry.
Yes, and it also comes to be your soul. The whole thing that you mentioned right there. That's the definition of your soul. And you give it to the people. Do you get it now? That's why I tell you, when you get the vaccine shot, you're actually taking the mark of the beast, the control of mankind. They take over your whole mind, your brain, every damn thing, your body, your mind, your soul. They're now in control of the damn people right here.
For Pearce, it is clear that natural selection hasn't designed us to be happy.
Bam. And this is fuckery right here. They're selling you happiness. You shall be happy forever after. You believe in them shits, happiness? You better wake up. It's just a phase. Nobody can be happy their whole fucking life. People go through shit. And of course they can be happy right around the clock.
It's designed us to
Come
be
on.
good at surviving and passing on genes. A species that is permanently anxious and discontented will have a higher motivation to watch out for predators and take precautions for survival.
Yeah, well, that's what the earth set up like. Always some scare tactics on your ass. Of course you can't be too comfortable
But in
here.
today's world, these emotions are vicious.
Of course.
Our biology has barely changed in 200,000 years, which means that whilst culture and society has arguably made progress, we are still those same aggressive,
Yeah, that-
jealous, anxious, savannah-dwelling
Yeah, that people,
hunter-gatherer.
why they use the word jealous? They program that shit in your head, you understand? Because of competition and all. The whole wide world is built up of competitions. People going against each other. Of course you're gonna reap jealousy out of it.
This is why Pierce argues that if we ever hope to increase the well-being of our species, we will have to edit our
Look at
genes.
this. Bam! We have to what? Edit our genes. And that's why they vaccinate your ass in 2020. You got it? That's the reason why they bring in that vaccine shot. Because they want to change your genes, change your cells, DNA and all. They're gonna transform you into another human being.
Minimizing our suffering and the suffering of those we
You
care
see what
about
they use? A capsule, a pill. Okay.
is a crucial part of what drives us. Hence, so-called abolitionists argue that we start using modern technologies to do exactly that. Minimize and eventually abolish suffering.
All
ushering
technology.
in an era of so-called super well-being.
Wow.
At present, every
You've been
child
tricked.
is a roll of the genetic dice. Pierce argues that the least we can do is load the dice in our favor to
Wow.
create happier, healthier,
Wow.
longer-living humans.
Can you believe that, people? The world that you're gonna live in next is not gonna be nothing nice. I don't care what they sell you. It sound good? When all human being been controlled by a so-called circuit board? You gotta be kidding me, people. A chip? That's gonna make life better? Okay then.
But might our
Selling a
compassion,
good game.
curiosity, and pursuit of knowledge become secondary to our hedonism? If we're all content, why visit the stars? And isn't suffering sometimes a good thing? These are the three key
I
areas of
tell you, people, they're working on your brain in this satanic earth, all to destroy mankind, 100%. Take a look at this right here, people. You find it disturbing.
In a world where
Brainwash.
technology improves every second, I meet a group of people who believe that
Look
technology
at this shit
and
right here,
humanity
people. And this is becoming more, accepted by the people right here. Pay attention.
I meet a group of people who believe
You
that
see this right here? This is now become normal. They having all of these shits on them, measuring their heart rate, their blood rate, their sugar rate, and you're scanning it with your phone. You're starting to get used to the new world where the human being is basically part computer, part robot, where you can scan them with a phone to find out what's going on. The human being fell for it. Destruction.
technology and humanity should combine.
We can
See
do
that?
more than what we're currently capable of.
I speak to those at the
Look at
beginnings
this.
of their journey
That I'm slowly
Bricks in
turning
the
myself into a
background.
part machine.
and those
He's slowly turning himself into a part machine. That's what the new world gonna show you right here, people.
who have taken their evolution into their own hands.
Oh, the thing in her arm was very scary.
But I do think it's also quite frightening.
This is my journey into
See
the
that
world
dedication? Look
of
at this shit right here, people. Look at. Wow. Wow. New world. Transhumanism. Wow. There you go, people. The new world is upon us. It's not basic coming tomorrow. It's here already. Take a look right here.
of transhumanism. I was given access to a forum and I was shocked to find people upgrading themselves from home using equipment that they bought from various websites.
See that?
One of the website's dangerous things came with this warning attached to its products.
All
These
these
kits
chips.
definitely contain dangerous things.
Mhm.
While the transponder devices contained within the Cyborg Transformation Kit have undergone several quality checks during manufacturing
Really?
and have been put through a battery of tests with various private labs, they have not been tested or certified by any government regulatory agency.
Yeah, but that don't make no difference. They're just telling you that, just like they tell you Bitcoin ain't passed by the government. It's the same fucking shit, but it is the government doing it. It's a part of the new world order. You have to understand that's the direction they're taking mankind.
Implantation
Right there.
or use inside the human body.
Yeah, they're full of
Use
shit.
of these devices is strictly at your own risk.
Yeah.
I wondered if there was anyone who does implement these devices for people. The most popular and most well known by far is a girl called Genova Rain. Genova Rain is a transhumanist, a biohacker, and she
What?
says she does 5 of these a week. But that
Wow.
number is rising rapidly.
He's a
She's
hacker.
definitely someone that we should be going to speak to.
Watch this.
We arrived in Leicester. We came to meet Stephen, who was on his way to get chipped by Genova Rain. All right,
Jehovah Ween.
you got here then.
Fucking fake
Good to
shit
meet you.
for the
Nice to see you.
masses.
How are you?
Not bad, how are you?
You're good. How was your trip?
It was alright.
Thanks.
Very long.
Thanks for coming and
You
meeting
know
us.
what he hold in the hand? The so-called monster drink, as you could see the big old M right there for your number 3. This is how they do it right here for the masses. You believe them? Pay attention here. On this brainwash where they leading the masses, human being turning into
I
machine.
appreciate it. What have you come for?
I've come to get a microchip implanted into my hand.
Yeah, so why is your
And
hand
why?
wrapped up with plastic?
Well, there's lots of reasons why. The main reason, I guess, is to evolve with the world.
Talk to me about transhumanism.
You hear that?
I like the idea of transhumanism because transhumanism is the idea that you can evolve and you can engineer your way into the future, I guess.
You hear that?
You know, if I want to develop my own tech, then why not develop my own tech that can respond to my biology?
What's this going to do that you're getting done today?
Log me into my computer.
You hear that, people?
Open locks.
That's why they give you the metaverse right there. There's no doubt about it. That's the reason why you have the metaverse for this new world that they're entering right now, right here.
Transhumanism. Most of us would consider the end of the human race as a catastrophe.
The end of the human being race, that's where they're going. And then they're gonna turn you into an altered human being, part computer, part human. And what they're gonna do when they do that? Control you. 100%. They are gonna be zombies moving around on
There are
Earth.
some, however, who will not only rejoice at it, but want to hasten the day it arrives.
They're doing it right now.
Transhumanists look forward to a future in which Homo sapiens
Look
is
at this right here, people. This is what they sell you. So that means you're gonna buy the fucking next. You understand? They tell you that nobody want to be this right here, and this is where you're coming from. Then you come to a taller monkey. Still a monkey, just taller. And now you start walking straight until you become a man. So next you're gonna become a transhuman right there at the front of the so-called human being. You see that? That's how they trick you into believing that evolution is real and you need to be a part of it in order to improve man and their intelligence and everything. You're dumb as a rock. You fall into the trap. Move.
succeeded by a better, smarter, fitter model.
Of course, there you go.
Humanity
They replace
2.0.
man.
Humans are in dire need of improvement.
You hear
Any
that?
species that causes huge damage to our environment.
And what you gotta understand, the real people that you have on earth right here didn't do this. It's the serpent peoples that in charge of you. They're the one who destroying the earth and everything in it. They take away naturality and give you all GMOs and fake shit to feed on. Kill your sperm count and everything. Stop fertilization. And you're believing in them. What you think? They're the one who destroying the earth with the people.
Can't feed itself, even though it has enough food, and fights countless
where's the
wars
food?
costing millions of lives, must surely benefit from an intelligence upgrade.
That's what
Our
it is.
lifespans are short. Our final years usually characterized by diminishing health and
You hear that?
vitality, often accompanied by a drop-off in cognitive
You hear that?
capacity. 1 in 3 people born in 2015 are expected to get dementia.
Bam, just like the peoples that gonna born later on, basically not gonna have no kids. Period. It's basically an end of an era right here. The human being era is done. So if you're gonna tell the people that you're born in 2015 or beyond, 1 out of 3 people gonna have dementia, meaning your brain rotten out. And you don't remember shit. How that gonna happen? The chemical that you take in, that's what they do. And I told you, it's all a plan to get rid of human beings, to bring you your fake humans right now, cyborgs and everything else. I'm gone.